Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Clayton here with Clayton Brown Designs. I'm going to give you an in-depth tutorial now on how to do your blog post and do everything right for search engine optimization. Okay, so let's get started. You want to first get to your login screen. You can go there in the URL bar by typing / at the end of the .com wp-login.php. Now, for some of your sites, you may also actually have a login option within your menu. For instance, if you have writers, you might have a writers drop-down that will say author login. Okay? For me though, I'm just going to go ahead and go there in the URL bar. Now, one thing to note here is that the username is case sensitive. If I have given you usernames, they will all be lowercase. Alright, it's just easier that way. When your name actually appears on the site, that can actually be capital. And most likely if I've made your user information, it is. Alright, so go ahead and go over to Post, click on Add New. Okay, now for the title, you want to actually try to decipher what your post is about and try to extract as many good keywords as you possibly can. Now, if I was writing an article about how to design a website and maybe how to design it easy and fast, and I was going into all the details about how to do that, I'd want my title to be descriptive and chock full of keywords. Alright, so I'm going to go with how to design a website fast and, I'll use ampersand here. Alright. So that's a decent title right there. Alright, now you want to go ahead and put your text in. And now if you've got a lot of text, you might want to break it up into subtitles. So let's just say that's going to be a subtitle. Now, one thing actually, let me back up here. Visual and text, these tabs are very important. Text basically means you're going to look at the code behind everything. Visual means you're looking at how it will look once it goes live on the internet. Okay, so let's say I want this to be a subtitle. I'm going to select this text, and by the way, this is your toolbar. You should have two lines of tools here. If you don't, click on this option. It may have been toggled off. Okay, so again, click on this button right here to make sure everything's on. Alright, so you've got your text selected. You want this to be a heading tag. So click this drop down here where you see paragraph and select heading 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably 2 or 3 are going to be the best. I'll go with 2. By default, your post title is going to be a heading 1. Okay, so try not to have more heading 1s. Alright, so heading 2, of course, this is just random text I'm just kind of putting in there. You might again have another subtitle. Maybe you'll make this one heading 3. Maybe you've got some text that you want to really emphasize on. Alright, so select that. The B, of course, is for bold. The I is italic. This, of course, is underline. If I wanted to, I can make this text a completely different color. Alright, now, again, to emphasize what's going on here between the text tab and the visual tab. Right now we are on the visual tab. I'm going to click on the text tab. Here you'll see all the code that I just created when I stylized that text. Alright? So again, unless you're a big coder or you really know what you're doing with this stuff, I recommend sticking with the visual side of things. Okay? Alright, so for the image, when we're adding images to our post, the easiest way to add a quick image is to go over to featured image and upload files over here. Select files, and to wherever that is on your computer, go ahead and select it. You can either double click or hit open there. Alright, now when you set the featured image, you're not going to have any options really as far as its size and where it's going to link to. However, when it comes to search engines, again, this is important. You actually want to make your title of that image somewhat keyword friendly. Okay, so again, if I was doing this on how to design a website fast and easy, this might be web design fast, the caption, etc., etc. Tags might be web design fast, easy, and how to. Alright, now you don't have to fill all this stuff out, but if you want to take the time to make the post be more relevant on the search engines, go ahead and fill it out. Alright, now another way to do your images, if you put your text cursor wherever you want the image on your post, let's say I want it right here. I'm going to put my cursor there, I'm going to hit add media. Now again, you want to go to upload files, select files. Probably uploaded this image 5 times, but that's okay. Most likely you're not going to be finding it in your media library, so get used to hitting the upload files. Alright, now when you're adding images this way, by default it is going to select a medium size most likely for your image. If you want it to be full size, you can do that. If you want it to be very tiny, you can do that. Now whenever it's not full size, it's going to by default link to the full size image. I don't really want that to happen. I don't want a link, so I'm going to select none for the link to. Alright, now alignment. This means how the image is going to align based on the text on the page. I want it to align to the left of the text. Now if you weren't to select anything here, if you were to leave it at none, it would basically break the text, and the text would go above and below the image. Alright, so I'm going to do left there. Again, here we go with SEO stuff. You may want to fill all this out if you really want to optimize. So you can put your title there, your caption, your alternate text for basically computers that or browsers that aren't going to show the image. They're few and far between, but it does help with the search engine stuff. And of course your tags. Alright, go ahead and insert into post. Now you'll see that image came up here on the left of my text. Perfect. If you need to, you can edit it by clicking the little pencil icon. Maybe you want to move it to the right. Maybe you've decided you want to link it to another page on the website. That's all fine. If you do custom URL, you of course get this URL bar. You can type anything in there. Alright, I wouldn't worry so much about the advanced options there. Alright, just go ahead and update. Okay, now what you may have on your website are certain categories. If this is possibly a fishing picture, and I have a category that is about fishing, I'd want to add it to that category. If it was a hunting or a NASCAR racing or whatever it is, you'd want to add it to that specific category. Okay. Now, if you skipped adding tags everywhere else when you uploaded your image, that's fine. I still recommend though putting some in here. What happens here is when this post goes live to the internet, WordPress is going to tell all these search engines, hey, here's some extra tags so that when people are searching for things online, reference these tags that are associated with this post. Alright, so for this one I might do web design, easy, fast, how to, and that might be enough. Alright, notice I've separated each word or phrase with a comma. Alright, go ahead and add those. Alright, now once I've got everything set and I'm happy with how my post looks, I want to go ahead and hit publish. Alright, while that's publishing, let's go over to the website and take a look at the blog. Okay, and here you can see I added that featured image, so it's coming up above everything here, and then there's the image I added inside of the blog post. And then here are my tags. Okay, so if I were to click on this, it'll bring up any other posts that may come up with that specific tag, as well as the post I just created. Alright? Alrighty folks, well if you have any questions, feel free to post them below here on this page on Clay Brown Designs. Otherwise, best of luck to you and enjoy your posting.